What's up, man? Dude, I couldn't even tell you what I did today, if I'm being honest. I couldn't trade early in the morning because here my family eats at 3:30, which is 9:30 open, and then lasts like an hour. Can't be rude. But the setup I would have taken and been done for the day would have been this thing right here. Taking this inversion, 2, 3 micros, whatever, been done for the day. But of course, we weren't here for that. And then at that point, I just kind of got some FOMO. I took a short here, this 5-minute inversion, which I actually don't think is bad. Went break even at these lows right here because they were in the internal lows when we came through. Went break even, got stopped out, and then after that, I just started taking just a bunch of setups in this, and that's just never a winning formula. So, one step forward, a million steps backwards, it seems, for me, man. And, like I always say, this has nothing to do with knowledge. This has nothing to do with, like a skill per se. It's just all self-control. If I can't control myself not to do this, then I get this result, right? But, it's not a knowledge thing. I know not to trade during this, right? I know that there's no setup here. I was taking, long in this for value gap, then shorting this one, then long in this one, then shorting this, then, I was doing everything. Shorting this, right? Everything. Just, I know better than that, obviously. Everyone knows better than that. I probably shouldn't have been trading after I see this move and it's done, right? I missed it, right? I wasn't at the chart, so I couldn't get it. Which is just how it goes, right? That's just how it goes. But I just lack the discipline I need. I really do. So it's disappointing to have to make this video. But eventually, it's going to be better, right? We're going to do better. Just as also, too, I'm not putting any blame on anything else, but, not being able to be at the charts at the right times, not really being able to be in my proper setup, kind of being out of place, it's a little bit more frustrating. And this month's just been brutal, dude. 860, like, come on now. It's more unfortunate, too, that, the losses, we had a winning month this month, and where were all my losses? All my losses have been here, so it's just frustrating because we've lost more than we've really, gone down, drawdown. We're closer to our stop here, the max loss, than we've actually lost, which is fine. It's how it works, but that is definitely annoying. These stats are horrible. This is going to go down as my worst month ever. Even if we have a fantastic next week, this will just be my worst month ever, which coincidentally why it's one of my best months ever on YouTube, because, everyone loves to see that, so, I'm just forcing it, man. I'm just forcing it. I need to remember that I can succeed with just, if I had 5 accounts, right? And again, people start crying in the comments when you talk about money. But if I had 5 accounts and you just made $200 on one of them, I'll divide by 5. It's $1,000. I would be so well off with $1,000 a week. One trade, one whatever of $200. That would be great to start, right? You obviously can scale up, but that's all, like, I need to remember is that I don't need a trade every day. I don't need a big win every day. I don't need to just keep trading. One setup, one trade. Yeah, so it was frustrating today because we came into the charts, and I mean, I would be very shocked if I didn't take this setup. But I mean, maybe we don't, right? So I can't just say I would have taken that, but I would be shocked, right? Um, Especially after dumping so much off open, you can expect a rebalance. We were bouncing perfectly off of the daily, literally the midpoint of the daily gap right here, daily fair value gap. That would have been more confluence, right? Literally ticked it. Ticked it perfectly. We had an unfilled 5 minute up here. Just really, really solid. And I wasn't able to get it. And then I was just trying to, chase an opportunity that wasn't there. And you know the rest, right? It just happens too often for me. But again, I just need to remind myself, like, it's not about what I can do on one account, right? One account's not going to make you rich. One account's not how you become profitable or succeed or anything like that. Like, that's why, it's good. This is my first Express account. Dealing with new challenges on there, you get a whole lot different emotions than you do on the Combine. Because of the daily loss lockout, I'm not able to just throw the account away in 1 and 2 days, which is nice. But I'm learning valuable lessons with the losing, right? With the mental stuff, with the FOMO, right? These are lessons that you have to just learn through experience. So as much as everyone is going to want to tell me what to do and what to change, to be honest with you, that's why one of the oldest expressions is just, they gotta touch the fire sometimes, or they gotta, stuff like that. Like, gotta they cut themselves, they learn, right? Like, this is how it goes. You just gotta cut yourself and beat yourself up, kind of doing the wrong things, and you're gonna learn from it, right? That's what I'm doing. You guys just are seeing the process of it, right? It's not sexy. It's not fun. It's not motivational, right? It's not any of those things, but it's the process that is trading, that is getting better, that is anything, right? You gotta fall down 1,000 times, but get up 1,001, right? That's just how it goes. So I'm gone are the days where I'm just gonna ever, start questioning everything, and because it's easy, right? When I first did it, it's like, come on, man. Like, I just like, the thought of quitting goes through your head every time you have a day like this. Because it's just like, come on, it's just ridiculous at this point. But then, a minute later, and you think, okay, I'm making these mistakes. I'm personally making the mistakes. Anyone that comes in the comments talking about, oh, ICT doesn't work, brother, these aren't setups, right? I lost in an area where it's like, I should never be trading, right? So it's not the concepts. It's me. It's the person behind the screen executing. I'm the one that's in control of pushing buttons, and I've been pushing them at the wrong times. So, again, it's just nothing to do with strategy. It's nothing to do with whatever. It's just I have to just learn the lesson, right? The lesson is going to keep presenting itself until you learn, until I learn, until I understand what to do. But it's cool, like, that's just part of it. So again, it's like you guys might know what I need to fix, but it's just you have to experience it. Why does every trader have such a similar story of blown account, overtrading, revenge trading, overleveraged, right? Whatever. Why does everyone have the same story? It's because everybody has to learn the lesson. Do you think there's a single person in the entire world that became profitable that didn't make mistakes a lot, over and over and over? No, there's not a single person. That's why you can't do it in 6 months. Some, like, very, very rare people can do it in 6 months, right? You don't have to be the best ever, right? You don't have to be the most rare breed. You don't have to be the different because you can do it in 6 months, right? It's not a race. It's not an ego marathon, right? You don't need to be the guy that can do it in 6 months. If you do, that's great, right? Everyone will want to. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but that's what people forget is, like, you don't have to be, like Neo from the Matrix. You don't have to be the chosen one, right? Like, you don't have to be the chosen one. You can just slowly get better and better and better and just slowly build the skill. So again, any single person you ever heard, you think that any of these guys that became profitable that used to revenge trade, you think any of them didn't hear from someone else that they learned from, their mentor say, hey, You can't overtrade. You can't revenge trade. You can't whatever. You have to stick to your model. You have to stick to the time of day. All this stuff. You think that any of them didn't hear that same advice from every single person? Everybody knows the advice. That's the easy part. Knowing what to do and what not to do. That's the easiest part. Knowing, right? Doing it is the hardest thing in the entire. That's why trading is hard. It's just doing it, right? Anytime I sit and think like, oh man, ICT is so easy, right? Like these concepts, like they just work good, like blah blah. Like if I just take this setup, and I'm like, how how are these prop firms gonna stay in business? People are just gonna be rinsing them, and then, you know, every time I think like that, I remember this is not easy, because even if you know what to look for, when not to trade, when to trade, you're gonna take one bad trade and get punched in the face like Mike Tyson, and your plan goes out the window. So just like this, on a day where I should not lose $1, I lose 200, right? And that's what we've been doing over and over on this account. But again, man, I'm not I'm not gonna beat myself up too much, because this is my first Express, right? It's a learning curve. I have another one ready for me. I haven't activated yet, but we're gonna try it. We're gonna try our best on this account. We're gonna just really, really try. We're gonna try and get this one out of draw, and we're gonna try and keep this one. It's not over until we lose the account. It's not over, right? So we're gonna try our best to get it going, and just do the right things, man. But yeah, I mean, again, I would be lying if I wasn't just saying I was disappointed or upset with myself. But again, man, it's just I'm gonna have to learn a lesson over and over and over and over and over. And then when you think I should have already learned my lesson, I'm gonna have to learn it again and again and again and again. And that's the main thing I feel like people have to realize. It's gonna look different for everyone. The mistakes are gonna look different for everyone. The hard things that they struggle with is gonna look different for everyone. But the thing that remains constant is that it's just going to be over and over, and you have to be ready to do it over and over and over. So that's why I post these videos, man, is because eventually when I am profitable, people can look back and see, like, the real journey, like, the real disappointment. Like, you guys can see on my face, like, I'm disappointed. You can see in my body language, in my tone, like, you can feel the disappointment. And while it sucks in this moment, in today, right, a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 4 years from now, 5 years from now, I'm not going to remember today. I'm not going to remember how I felt, or I might remember how I felt, but I'm not going to remember. I'm not going to be sitting here dwelling on this day, right? This is going to mean nothing in a year. But these videos, people can look back when they see me winning, when they see me doing well, when they see me, leveled up in life. And you look back and see the real journey, not just, that's why every once in a while I just think, man, why am I even posting on YouTube? Especially on a day like this, it's like, this is just, it's embarrassing, right? It takes a little hit at your ego, because you're going to have people that are going to tell you what to do and tell you that you're dumb or that your strategy doesn't work. And if you don't think that's true, just look through some of the comments on the losing days. You'll see it. And we're human, man. It's not natural to read something negative about yourself and not feel some type of way, right? People say, oh, just don't listen to the comments. Yes and no. It's not that simple. When you have a ton of people telling you you're stupid, that you're doing the wrong thing, that what you're doing doesn't work, right? That's a big one, because, I try and just block that out. But if you're getting fed these messages all the time, it's really negative. It's just really negative. That's why I tell people, if you don't agree with ICT concepts, whatever, don't leave a negative comment, because maybe it doesn't work, right? But when you're feeding these messages to people, someone like myself that's struggling, why feed any negativity at all? Because there's people that make money with ICT, right? So it works. So why leave a message saying that I need to change my strategy, stop doing this, stop doing that? Because then I'm going to start doubting myself more, whether I want to or not, because that's just human nature, right? It's going to be like that, right? It's going to be like that when you're trying to get better, man. Anything that someone says to you is going to affect you. So that's why, anytime I have a day, it's like, why am I posting on YouTube? And, it's really just because I know I'm not going to be able to quit. I'm not going to be able to give up. I'm not going to be able to do whatever. And I just have to keep going and keep going and keep going. And eventually it's going to pay off. And then I'm not going to just, and then when I'm doing well, people can see the back end, what really happened, the 2 years of struggle, the 2 years of suck, right? It's difficult. It's not easy. Nowadays, I think everyone, with how trading has become so popular, everyone thinks that you're getting profitable in 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. Like, everybody, right? That anyone that becomes profitable, you become profitable in 3 months or 6 months. right? I think that's the new idea people have, because I'm not like OG at all. I've only been in this for a year and a half, 2 years, but in the grand scheme, right, in the bigger picture of like all the new people, I started a lot longer before a lot of people. I'm not saying I'm super, super, you know, old and in the space and that I've been doing it for that long, but there's a lot of people that started 3 months ago, 2 months ago, 1 month ago, this month, 6 months ago, right? A year ago. I have a lot more time than them. Not, might not be better, might not be whatever, but I think people, I think everyone expects this to be just a 1 year thing. Oh, there's better information out, there's better teachers. 1 year, right? It just takes so much time to break down the barriers in your mind that are holding you back. But yeah, I don't want to be someone that when I am successful, just come on YouTube and, because it's just like, where was the journey, right? And I'm not saying everyone should post when they're unprofitable. I don't think it's really for everyone, right? Because again, you have to commit to taking hits, right? Taking hits from people that don't know you, that you don't even know, right? I have to take hits from people, read negative comments, people tell me what I'm doing is not going to work, tell me what I'm doing is bad, what I'm not good, all these different things, right? So it comes with its own things. But I think if you're going to be someone that's going to post when you're winning and when you're a beast at trading, show us the journey, because it's like I'm not saying it's incredible if you don't, but it's unrelatable, man. It's unrelatable because it's just where it was. That's why I post. That's why when I have these days, I post, because in 2 years when I'm having $1,000 days, I'm copy trading 5 accounts, where I'm having $1,000 trades, right? I don't want people to think, oh, it's just sweet like that from the beginning. Like, no, right? No, be with me for this. See me like this. See it like this. See trading like this, not some glamorous whatever, right? And I'll show you some guys I'm kind of talking about that. Again, I'm not saying these guys aren't good at trading, but it's just like, you see these guys. I see this dude on TikTok, and it's like, again, I'm not saying he's not profitable, but look at these videos, man. His oldest video was, again, I like this dude. I really like this dude. There's literally no hate. I don't want anyone to think I'm bashing him. But his first video was 3 months ago, right? And he's probably talking about good stuff because everybody knows, like, right? If I didn't know if this was some other random person, right, and they made this video, I could make this video right now. If I had never posted before, didn't have a track record of being, struggling right now. I don't like to use the word unprofitable. But if I was this guy, I could make this video right now, and I could talk about whatever, right? I could copy and paste that because I've heard my mentor say it, and I would sound like a genius. The same video, right? And then, but what I'm more talking about is these titles, bro. Day in the life of a high school day trader making 10K a month. High school, right? 18. Like, again, I'm not saying he's incredible. I don't know him, right? I don't pay that much attention. I've just seen his stuff come through on TikTok, and he's probably doing well, right? But it's just like, he's posted 3 months ago, and then his fifth video ever is POV made 60,000 last 14 days at 18. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I don't really know. Like, again, I don't know anything about him, but it's just, it makes you want to do more, obviously. But it's like, you made 81,000 this month, but it doesn't matter. Like, what financial freedom at 18? Like, that's why I like that. What I'm doing, posting here, so that when I'm making this video, right, this $80,000 a month, this dream car video, 40,000 this week, 80,000 this year, right? When I'm making these videos, you guys can go back and see, like, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying, like, shout out to this guy. I think he's a dope dude. I've never talked to him. I've never met him. He's killing it, right? I have no, like, I'm not saying it's bad at all. But I just think that, and I'm not saying, like, oh, I have the best channel on YouTube of all time, but look at these videos, man. Disappointing losing day. Mistakes that led to my worst week. Hidden daily loss limit after being done for the day. Taking too many trades and making no money. 4-day losing streak, 4th straight losing day, 3 straight losing day, max losing day back to back. Like, and again, I mean, shoot, I'd much rather be making videos of me winning and me making $8,000 a month. But when I can make those videos finally, whenever I've done enough, when I've gotten my skill up to where I can do that, I mean, it's going to be great, man, because then people can look back and see, like, where was it, man? Where was the journey at? All the way down to the first videos I posted, right? Just, I have it here. And that's why I keep posting. That's why I keep showing up, because every part of my body just says, hey, man, it's not worth it on YouTube. It's just not worth it. I'm making money from it, but it's like, it's not really worth putting out my mental health and getting scrutinized all the time. But then I'm thinking about me, who sees people that are killing it, and it's just like, I wish there was someone that had something that I could look at that was just this authentic. And again, I'm like just gassing myself up for no reason. Like, I'm not trying to just, I mean, maybe I am, right? Maybe I'm trying to make myself feel better today. But again, the point is really just, I have to always just logically reason with myself why I put so much time into YouTube. But it's just because of what I was saying, right? Whenever I'm doing well, I want everything there, right? I want everything there so that people can look and say, so people can relate, man, so they can see that this stuff works, that they can see that this stuff isn't a joke, that this isn't just a course selling scheme, that you can actually make money trading. Because there's a lot of people that believe make money trading, like a lot of TikTok guys. I think, what's his name, Bonka, the guy with the rise stuff. I mean, I think he makes money, right? I think he makes money. Justin, I think he makes money. Dodgy, I think he makes money. I think, a lot of these guys make money, right? That kid that I just pulled up, I think he makes money, right? A lot of these guys make money. But there's no, like, real proof, right? There's no, like, real authenticity behind these guys. Like, yes and no, they show P&L, stuff like that. But it's not like, I don't know, man. Just something about it, and that's kind of been my mission on YouTube ever since I started. And I'm really, I don't know. I'm kind of rambling here on this video, but let's see. But yeah, I'll wrap it up here. But yeah, man, I mean, there's just not too much to talk about on a losing day. I mean, I don't need to talk about the same psychology things every single time. And like I said, I'm going to have to burn myself on the stove 100,000 times until I realize the stove is hot. And once I realize the stove is hot, then I'll know the stove is hot. So, and that might sound dumb. That you guys might not think I'll ever get there, and that's fine. You're all entitled to your own opinions. You might think I'll never succeed, and that's fine. Maybe you're right, right? Maybe you're right. But maybe you're wrong. So, it doesn't really matter to me either way, because again, also too, one of the things I always mention to some people in the comments when they respond with something negative is just imagine if I wasn't posting on YouTube. The same day would have happened. I would have done the same thing, and there wouldn't be a single soul to tell me, anything. Even the guys that try and motivate me, right? I wouldn't have any of that. So, just be positive, right? It's free. It's free to be positive. Be positive on everyone's channel, everyone's stuff, because, I want you guys to be aware that it actually does affect people. Like, I'm not saying, it's going to ruin my day or anything, but if I have a little bit more doubt in myself, or if I have a little bit more pressure about this or that, or I want to prove something more, just let me be me, right? If you find yourself upset because I'm making the same mistake, then I apologize, man, but you got to just stop watching me if it makes you upset, because some of you guys, I think, are just too emotionally invested in me. And again, man, what if, tomorrow, right, if I was gone, right, from whatever, natural cause, I wouldn't be here to make these videos, man. So you guys got to not be too dependent on me, or not even dependent. No one's dependent on me, but, like, you guys need to just don't get emotionally invested, man. Just enjoy it, right? Treat this as entertainment. I feel like I dropped some good advice, mainly psychology stuff, even though I can't follow it, but I think I give good advice. I think I give good insight in the charts sometimes when I can really make a trade recap. Today I can't even really talk about the trade recap much because it just, I'll get back to that more in the future, but really more right now, I think, that I want to make on these videos right now while I'm in this losing streak, is really just keep the mental side going, because that is the most crucial part with trading, is just keeping the mental, like, good. or just talking about mental, what I'm struggling with on mental. So that's why I haven't really been doing too much of the actual charting. I've been journaling still my own. Like, I do that stuff myself, but like I really want to capture in this moment, in this month, of just the struggle, like what mentally, what I'm feeling, thinking, everything like that. So yeah, man, that's it for the trading talk. Real quick, I just want to talk about the trip right now because there's stuff outside the charts. But the trip, I'm gonna make a video about the trip. Kind of my own style of a vlog. It's not gonna be a vlog. It's not gonna be me like walking around talking in the camera, but I'm gonna make like my own style of a vlog, kind of, and just talk about the trip and kind of stuff. So look out for that. It'll be once I get back home. So it'll be a little bit from now, but I'm excited for that. And yesterday's game was great, man. I was super blessed to be out there. Again, like I said, man, you never know. Tomorrow could be it with you, me, whoever. So just enjoy each and every moment. I was trying to be really present yesterday and just enjoy the game, man. I got to see Mbappe hat trick. It's crazy. Just great performance. I mean, just super, super cool. And yeah, it's just nice. It's just been nice. I'm excited to get back home, man, because I like my schedule and being at home and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, it was cool. It was really, really fun to be at that game. And I don't know, man. I've been kind of on a low this month. I think trade's been affecting my mental a lot. I've just been really low, really just down, because it's been tough, dude. It's just been tough. I think I just want that idea of what my life could be if I was succeeding. I think it just puts a lot more expectation on myself, makes me force things, make me want things more, right? This account isn't gonna make me rich. So today, when I was sitting there trying to just make money, for what, right? What would, if I made $200 today, what would that do for me besides get me closer at a drawdown? Like, it's not making me rich. It's not changing my life. What will change my life is the habits, is the progress, is the journey, not the individual day. And I cannot seem to get myself out of that one day mindset. So once I can just get myself out of that one day mindset where I'm just forcing everything on that day, I'll be fine, man. I'll be fine. So just know that, man, I'll be fine. I have been struggling mentally, though. Not like too crazy, but definitely been, I don't like the word depressed, but definitely been down, bro. Just kind of feel like nothing's going the way I want it to, in anything. But boohoo, right? Boohoo. That's life. So don't really need to get into that. So I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow, man. I don't know. Being on vacation's weird. I want to make a video tomorrow, but yeah, we'll see. Same mistakes as usual, but again, man, touch the stove 1,000 times, 1,001 time, I might not touch it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I appreciate everyone that supports this channel and that watch these videos. Like I said, it's been the best month on YouTube this month, even though it's been the worst month trading, but that goes hand in hand. So I guess I'll take it where I can get it. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.